Right. Right. Cover.
Covering!
JJ. Right.
Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. That opening footage was one of the more low-key exercises from a carbine course I recently took out at the Sacramento Valley Shooting Center. You saw the title. I was training with a company called Gray Ops, otherwise known as Gray Operations Firearms Specialty Training. I'm just going to call it Gray Ops from now on because that's what everybody else does. It'll get to be too much otherwise. And it was what they call their Carbine 2.5 or their Carbine Skill Builder Maintenance course. Now, I'd previously taken a couple of rifle courses from Gray Ops before. I'd taken their fundamental and their transitional courses, which are each one-day classes. And this class, which they refer to as Carbine 2.5, as I said, is a two-day class. And you'd kind of think from the description that they give you that it's kind of just be like, well, it's a little bit of a refresher, and, you know, whatever. Wow, was that ever wrong? And I want to give you a true flavor of it. Uncharacteristic for me, I've got a couple of pages of notes for doing this review, and that's because there really is so much to talk about. Of course, I'll try to intersperse this with some video and some other things to keep it interesting, because nobody wants to look at this ugly mug. By the way, the sunglasses are just because of the sun. I want to get good light for the video. I'm not trying to be, you know, cool gun guy or anything like that. Some people have asked questions about that, so just a housekeeping note. Well, rifle has always been a problem area for me because I just haven't worked it as much as pistol. I feel fairly competent with a pistol that I could do whatever I need to do with just about any handgun on the market. I could pick it up and I could work it. I could defend my life. As a citizen primarily concerned with self-defense, rifle isn't my primary thing. If I were in the military or I was on a SWAT team or something like that, rifle or some kind of long gun would be my primary thing, and so that would be my primary area of concentration. As such, I've kind of ignored rifle probably a lot more than I should. It's an important weapon system, and it is one that I think every citizen ought to familiarize themselves with. Every citizen ought to be a rifleman. I don't know who that quote comes from or where that idea comes from, but it floats around a lot, and it's true. I think every able-bodied American adult ought to be able to handle a rifle. Let's talk about the course. First of all, in what is getting to be a theme for the last few videos I've made, it was flippin' hot out there. I think at one time the temperature was measured out on the range at 115 or 116 degrees. Now, for those of you who don't live in a part of the country that gets particularly hot, 120 degrees is about the point in time where a lot of cities will just say, all right, we're shutting everything down for the day, because if we don't, that means people are going to be falling out from heat exhaustion or heat stroke all over the place, and we just can't have that. So it's considered kind of a minor public emergency. So 116 degrees, pretty serious heat. There were drills that we did out of the order that Gray Ops would ordinarily do them, just because of that heat, because he didn't want to put us down on the gravel, which was so hot you honestly couldn't touch it, and if you got down on the gravel during that time of day, it was going to burn. That's how hot it was. But what the heck, you know? You train under the circumstances you find yourself in, because that's precisely the circumstances under which you might have to employ that weapon system. So that's not a complaint. Some people say if it's not raining, it's not training. Well, guess what? If you're not under some kind of physical duress or environmental problems, it's not training. All the better. That's an added bonus. It was a two-day class, as I said. And as I also said, this did not seem like a refresher course to me. We were not simply going over the things that Gray Ops would teach in its fundamental or transitional course. Certainly working those kinds of skills and improving upon those skills as they do build the class as a skill builder, but so much more than that. It was more of like okay, let's take everything you've learned about operating a rifle up till now, and let's just work this to death until we start to see where the wheels come off for you, and then let's work on those areas. We worked at distances from what you'd call bad breath, up close CQB distances, all the way out to 100 yards. And we worked all kinds of various exercises designed to put you under some kind of minor stress or some kind of difficult situation where you had to shoot under time pressure, competition against the other people in the class, something like that. One of the nice things that I've discovered about Gray Ops is that they do not cheap out. And as you'll see in the video, you'll see a number of different things here as we go along. You'll see that, like, oh, there's steel involved in this. There's steel plates, and there's 100-yard distances and 50-yard distances and 25-yard distances and up close, and we're using various types of targets, using various type of competition stage type stuff, all kinds of good stuff like that. A lot of companies you go to, they'll stick up one target at the beginning of the day, and you'll tape that thing to death until it's not recognizable at all. They went through, I don't know how many dollars worth of targets here, but what a great experience and what a great value to work with a company like that is more concerned about giving you a premium training experience than nickel and diming over every little 25-cent, 50-cent target. Really good stuff. And from what I've seen that Gordon Gray, the company commander, has been adding lately, he's adding moving targets to his classes. He's really advancing sort of what's available in local regional training, doing things that not even a lot of national companies would do for you. So great bang for the buck thing there. I just had to throw that in there. We had various drills, everything from kind of low-key, no-stress stuff, like you saw at the beginning here, maybe with a little bit of movement, to kind of basic target shooting, plinking type of exercises, time drills, scenarios, and tactics things. We had a last man standing competition, which I was really horrible at, which kind of shows where the wheels come off for me. Really good stuff. And I'll show some footage of this too here, where I've got kind of like a attitude. I didn't go do that well. All of this to put you under some kind of pressure and work those skills and find out where your problem areas are and where to work on them. We worked a battlefield pickup drill where you had to go and you had to run up to a gun that may or may not even be your rifle. I was lucky enough to actually be able to work with my rifle that I'm familiar with, and either Gray or his assistant instructor, Alan, would have set up some kind of malfunction of the rifle. You were expected to clear that quickly and get around on target as quickly as possible. I won't say what it was, but I think Gray was kind of messing with me because I've been in a few of his courses, and he set up a drill that wasn't. He set up a malfunction that wasn't really a malfunction. It was multiple malfunctions. Oh, well, I'll tell you what it was. It was, I had a stovepipe on top of a failure to feed, or a crowded chamber there. So I had like one or two rounds in the chamber. I mean, like one round in the chamber, another one trying to get in there, probably another one in the the chamber area there in some place, and a stovepipe on top of it. So I picked this up. I see the stovepipe. I'm trying to clear it, and I go, "What the hell?" So I ended up having to, pull the magazine, rack, all that kind of good stuff. But what the heck? It could happen. So why not mess with you that way? All of these drills, all of these things were things designed, as I said, to take those skills and work them under some kind of pressure. Obviously, the first pressure being the fact that it was so freaking hot. Many of us during the day, during the course of the 2 days, had to kind of say, all right, you know what, I need to sit out the second part of some drill and sit over here and get some water or get some Gatorade or something, because many of us were kind of getting into that kind of like, we've been pounding water all day, and I still feel a little bit dizzy phase. So, kudos to the Gray Ops crew. They were very, very careful about monitoring everybody for signs of heat stroke and making sure that we were all in good enough condition to be on the range. But all of this stuff, I'm just going to show some footage of it and probably not yak on for a little bit more. But all good stuff designed to start working these skills in some kind of a scenario where you might be called upon to employ it. And from that standpoint, this was not simply just a refresher course or just a skill builder. It was really a matter of gaining new skills by learning to work those skills in a useful context. I really can't say enough about Gray Ops. As a local company, I've not seen anything like them. I haven't seen people that have cared as much about their students, who put as much attention to detail into the coursework, who go out of their way to make a premium training experience at a fairly low cost. There will be a link down in the channel notes, the video notes, of course, as I always do, and I encourage you to check them out if you're in the Sacramento area. Heck, every time I'm in a class with them, it seems like there's somebody who's driven 4 or 5 hours away. I think there was even somebody who came all the way from Chicago in one of the classes that I was in, and everyone considers it to be that good, that kind of an experience, well worth your money. Of course, Gray and his crew all experienced law enforcement officers, many of them with experience in some of the toughest assignments that you can get in one of the toughest areas in the world that you can work, the San Joaquin Valley, Stockton area, which is well known as being one of the, the 10 worst crime areas in the United States of America. So useful experience from people who have been there and done that, or who are in some cases actually in the process of being there and doing that, and just training, just instructing on the weekend. So that is kind of the overview and flavor of the Carbine 2.5 class from Gray Operations Firearms Specialty Training. Sign up with these guys. It's good stuff, and it's not a lot of money, and well worth your time. Anytime you can train with this company, it's a good idea. That's Zombie Tactics for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's challenging. There's just the right amount of stress involved, so you kind of feel that real world kind of feeling where you get a little stressed out and you get a little nervous, and you want to do well and you make some mistakes, but the instructors are here to correct you immediately.
It's great. It's the third. This is the third Gray Ops course I've been to, and for a civilian, it doesn't get any better. There's no place you could come to do the kind of training we get to do here, and super economical. You get way more than what you pay for, and a lot of real world experience, and you'll get to shoot close to 1,500 rounds in 2 days' time, and you just never get to do that anywhere else. I highly recommend it.
Nose over toes. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. Ready? Move. Square. Keep moving. Don't stop. Blue. Triangle. There you go. Scan. All right, you're behind cover. You want to do anything?
Nope.
All right. Safety circle. Face to the left. Stand by. And move. Blue. Remember, nose over toes. Find it first and then pivot. Circle. There you go. Get that up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Red.
Cover.
Red. Red. Red.
Cover.
Covering. Triangle.
Ready.
All right, coming to the rear now. Ready? Move. Blue. Shoot him right now. Shoot him. Hit your target. Yellow. Red. Okay, you're behind cover. You want to do anything?
Cover.
Covering. All right,
Ready.
Safety circle going to the right. Ready? Move. Circle, triangle. Give me 2 rounds. 2 rounds per target. 1 is good, 2 is better. Green, red. And stand by. You good?
Yeah.
Good scan?
Yep. No, not really.
How many fingers am I holding? 3. Get that scan to the rear. Remember, look at it, find it, make it happen. Okay?
You looked awesome doing it.
Oh, great. Thanks. Come on.
2, 3, 4, 5. Go, 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 go.
Standing.
All right, Tim.